What's up, everybody? Doc Dark 1985. There's levels to this. Alright, guys, so today we're going to talk about cheaters in video games. Alright, so we're just going to have this conversation. So I saw, I think it was a post on Reddit that was talking about how the number one and the number two Apex Legends players apparently are teaming up together to like destroy teams at the end of a game, right? So if you guys don't play this game, it's a game where you have teams of 3 players, and I think it's 20 teams of 3, right? It's a battle royale type of game, so like elimination type of game. So when it gets to like the last 3 to 4 teams, everyone is almost like waiting for teams to start fighting, and then you always try to go and you third party that team or whatever. If you happen to run into another team, then you just engage them. But if there's 3 teams left, you're really hoping that 2 teams start fighting and you could just come and pick off that last team. But if there's 2 teams that are waiting for you and you think you're waiting for them to start fighting and they don't fight, all they're gonna do is keep going towards the circle. So there's a circle that closes in, right? All they're gonna do is keep going towards this circle. You guys play battle royale games, so you know what I'm talking about. And eventually you're going to have to meet up with one of those teams. And if those teams are in cahoots together and you got 3 versus 6 and it's like the top people, good luck. Good luck winning. So this is why I find this interesting as far as cheating in video games. Because I think first we have to define what is cheating in video games, right? Is teaming up with another team cheating? And if it is, why? Right? Why is that cheating? Now, if you say that it gives you an unfair advantage, you're correct. It does give you an unfair advantage. But then we have to look at everything that could possibly give you an unfair advantage, in my opinion. So is everything that gives you an unfair advantage cheating? I'll give you an example, right? If you're playing on PC and you're playing at 60 frames and I'm playing at 144, it's been proven I have an unfair advantage over you, right? Now, am I cheating? Am I cheating? Because I could cap the game at 60 if I wanted to. But I'm being honest with you, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take that 144. So am I cheating? Like it's iffy, right? I'll give you another example. Let's say someone that's playing with a $500 headset versus a $20 headset, you could argue might have an unfair advantage, especially in a game like that where sound is important. They have an unfair advantage, right? They're not on a level playing field, right? So I don't know. Is that considered cheating? I don't think that's cheating. The problem is why. I can't define to you why I don't think that's cheating. So let me know what you think is cheating and what you don't think is cheating. Now, this is where I have a problem with anything that is considered cheating, right? And let me talk about the past real quick. So, my favorite system, probably my favorite system, the one that gives me the most nostalgia, is a Nintendo 64. Okay, that's like when I really got into gaming. And there was this game, there was 2 games on there that when I'm telling you I was nice, I was nice, okay? I was nice. One was GoldenEye 007, okay? And the other one was Perfect Dark. All right. Now both these games were first person shooters, all right? And back then, I know some of you guys are too young, don't even know this was a thing. You would play against 3 other people and it was like split screen. Now, people all the time would tell you, hey, don't be screen watching, don't be screen watching, meaning don't watch my square to figure out where I'm at on the map. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I used to play those games all the time, so I knew the maps like the back of my head. Back then, video games were way smaller, so the maps weren't even that big. If you were, I knew what stairwell you were at. I knew what step you were at. If I by just look, and all I had to do was just look across the screen for like a second. Boom, look back on my screen. I knew exactly where you were at. I was nice. I was nice. Was it an unfair advantage? Yeah, I think so because I knew exactly where you were at. I didn't even need a radar or nothing. I could just go exactly to where you were. Okay. So was it unfair? Was it cheating? Yes. But I was playing against kids in my own neighborhood. Right? We weren't going to tournaments or anything like that. And it was just part of the game. I was just there. It was just part of the game. So in that sense, yeah, you could call it cheating. Yeah, I had an unfair advantage because I knew the map better than everybody else or most of the people that I played with. But I kind of didn't really have a problem with it. And when it comes to this, to what people are doing nowadays, even with aimbot and stuff like that, right? Like here's the thing, guys. If that makes somebody feel better about themselves, there's nothing that you and me can say to them. There's nothing that you and me can say to them. You and I can play. Hopefully, the game is still enjoyable. It's not a guarantee that everybody with an aimbot is going to win. Yes, obviously, it helps tremendously, and the developer should definitely do something about it for sure. If the developer can stop cheating, for sure they should stop cheating. Right now, aimbot's a little bit different. That's kind of like a little bit more cut and dry. Like you're not even aiming; the thing is aiming for you. You can shoot through walls and stuff. Okay, that's a little bit more cut and dry, right? But other types of cheating, it gets iffy. But this is where I have a problem with it, or why I have a bigger problem with it now than I did back then. And you guys let me know what you think. There's a lot of money that can be made in video games nowadays. A lot of money. So if you're number one in your particular video game, you could possibly have a better streaming channel than somebody else because most people are going to want to see the better player play. You can get invited to tournaments where there's money that can be won. Okay. You can get sponsorships from different companies. So there's a plethora of opportunity that you could have just by being the best or at the top tier of whatever game you play. So the problem I have with cheating today is that you're not just cheating for fun anymore. When you cheat today in a video game, which is so crazy to think about, you are literally possibly stealing money from somebody else. And that to me is messed up. When you're actually taking the opportunity of making money from somebody else, then to me, you're a piece of scum. That's just the way I feel. Again, you're taking that opportunity away from somebody else. So this number one and number two Apex player that decide to team up, right? Let's say the top 10 are the players that are getting the most attention, the most sponsorship or whatever, or getting invited to tournaments, making big money or whatever. If these two players keep doing it to make sure that their ranking stays high, right? But they're actually not really the best, then you could be knocking down whoever's 11 and 12 from possibly moving up because maybe they're not there. Who knows? Maybe this season they're not as good. And if they were actually good the first, when a game first came out and people get better at the game, or people even look at them like, wow, they're so good. I want to go ahead and I'm going to play a little bit more so I could get better or whatever. And they actually try to get better and they actually do get better, but then they start teaming up. Man, that's messed up. That is messed up. That is wrong. So that's the problem that I have with cheating today is the fact that you're literally taking the opportunity of somebody making money. That's messed up. Back in the day when we played, like all you're doing is taking away my pride. That's it. And if I know you cheating, I'm gonna call you out and cheating. Like people call me out, be like, "Oh, you screen watching? You screen watching?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm screen watching," and it didn't matter. But if I was screen watching and taking away somebody's money, especially where I grew up, if you cheat where I grew up and it involves money, you could potentially have a problem. You know what I'm saying? You could potentially have a problem. So the fact that these people are cheating today and video games is lucrative when it comes to money, man, I don't know how I feel about it. I know how I feel about it. I don't like it. So you guys let me know. What do you guys think cheating is? What is and again, it can't be you can't just say anything that gives you an unfair advantage because there's a lot of things that gives you an unfair advantage. What if I have a better mouse than you have? What if I have a better controller? I tell you right now, I play with a Xbox controller Elite with the back paddles. I'm telling you right now, that gives me a huge advantage. I'm telling you right now, that gives me a huge advantage. What if you play with taller thumbsticks? That gives you an advantage. right? So what is cheating? What is not cheating? You guys let me know. And here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, there is some sort of teaming up that happens at the end of all these games anyways, because you're always waiting to, we call it third party, to third party that team, especially if there's 3 teams left. Every single team is waiting to third party, right? So essentially you are kind of like, okay, we're going to attack. You got to pick one of the 2 teams to attack, which means there's going to be 2 teams attacking 1 team. And usually you do this when the fight's going on for a while. You see a few people get knocked down or whatever. If you play Apex Legends, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then you go ahead and attack. If you're close enough, you'll wait for one team to completely beat the other team, because that way you just attack as soon as they're done and they don't have enough time to heal or whatever, right? But the best third parties are the ones where both teams are low and you just attack one. So now there's 6 people attacking one team, and then you just turn around and attack that other team while you're still in full health. So essentially, for that small amount of time, you're doing the same thing as 6 people against 3. Now, the problem with this number 1 and number 2 Apex freaking players doing it from strategically doing it from the beginning of the game, again, because they're number 1 and they're number 2 and they're possibly taking money away from somebody, then it is what it is. If you're just in the lower ranks and you're doing this stuff, then I mean, I don't know how much it really matters. If you're not really taking money away from anybody, you're not playing ranked or anything like that, you're not playing in tournaments or anything like that, then I don't know how much it really matters. But if you are doing it, especially these 2 guys that are 1 and 2, you're a piece of scum, man. It is what it is. Dog 1985. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about cheating. We out. Peace.